Good day to you, I'm Graham Paddock. As I'm sure you're aware, sectional title schemes have always been managed and regulated by rules. This principle is embedded in Section 10.1 of the new Sectional Title Schemes Management Act. It confirms that a scheme must be regulated and managed subject to the provisions of the Act by means of rules. However, with the coming into operation of the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act on the 7th of October 2016, many trustees and managing agents are confused as to what rules actually apply to the schemes they manage. Is it the new prescribed rules, is it the pre-existing rules, or a mixture of the two? In this video tutorial, we will examine the question of what rules apply to an existing scheme, which of course already has its own management and conduct rules, and may have made changes to those rules to suit the particular circumstances of their development. Section 1 of the new Act defines the term rules. These are the management and conduct rules referred to in Section 10.2a and b respectively. So when the Act talks about rules, we're talking about management and conduct rules. Section 21 of the Act provides that rules prescribed under the Sectional Titles Act must continue to apply to new and existing schemes until the Minister has made regulations prescribing management rules and conduct rules referred to in Section 10.2 of this Act. So it's clear from the provisions of the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act that when the Minister on 7th October 2016 made new prescribed management and conduct rules set out in Annexes 1 and 2 to the regulations made under that Act, the management and conduct rules that had been prescribed under the Sectional Titles Act ceased to apply, and they were replaced by the new prescribed management and conduct rules. Section 10.12 of the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act provides, and again I quote, "Any rules made under the Sectional Titles Act are deemed to have been made under this Act." So this makes it clear that if a scheme made rules under the Sectional Titles Act, those rules are considered to have been made under this new Sectional Title Schemes Management Act. In other words, they're not automatically invalid. As long as they could have been made under the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act, they will continue to apply. So now we need to look more carefully at Section 10 to see what are the requirements for the making of rules under the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act. Section 10.2 tells us what types of provisions can be included in the sectional title rules. The rules must, it says, provide for the regulation, management, administration, use and enjoyment of sections and common property. So any sectional title scheme rule must fall within these parameters. It must apply specifically to sections and or to the common property, and its purpose must be to regulate, to manage or to administer their use or enjoyment. Section 10.2b tells us that conduct rules may not be irreconcilable with any prescribed management rule, and obviously no scheme rule can be in conflict with the provisions of the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act itself, under which they are made, or any other law, particularly the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Section 10.3 tells us that the management and conduct rules must be reasonable and they must apply equally to the owners of all units. So my conclusions from reading these provisions are as follows. The newly prescribed rules now apply to all schemes, but they can be amended by bodies corporate in terms of the provisions of the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act and its regulations. Secondly, scheme rules that were made before the 1st of October 2016 remain in force to the extent that they are not irreconcilable with the prescribed rules and could have been made validly under the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act and its regulations. Thank you for joining me in this Paddocks video tutorial. If you're a member of Paddocks Club and you have any questions, please ask them in the discussion forum. As you probably know, we are offering a series of online courses in regard to the new Sectional Title Schemes Management Act and the Community Scheme Ombuds Service Act. Thank you.